I'm scared of being buried as the wrong gender. So these people believe that this pandemic is going to kill us all. The world's come to an end. And their biggest concern is, oh, but what if they put him instead of her on my tombstone? I'm just going to tell you now. Imagine 1,000 years from now, some archaeologists are digging up your grave, and your grave said she, and they analyze your skeleton and they find a XY chromosomes. You know what those scientists are going to say? Somebody must have just mislabeled this grave. This is clearly a dude. That's what's going to happen, you know? That's the best you can hope for. Even though lockdown measures have eased a little in England, the stay alert guidance is still affecting daily life. 7 weeks on, some alphabet soup people have told the big black cock they are in more danger than ever before. Yeah, quote unquote, danger. Lucy, 21, from the northeast of England, is transgender and has severe heart issues. After years spent living as a whammons, she says she has no doubt her parents would bury her as a man if she was to die from the beer virus. Why the fuck do you care? You'll be dead. I don't care what the fuck they put on my tombstone after they die. I mean, I've already said, they may as well just put Cassandra on my tombstone when I die. That would be pretty fucking accurate. And I don't care if that leads to people thinking that I was a whammons. It's like, oh, look, some whammons named Cassandra is buried under there. I'm dead. I don't give a fuck because I don't exist anymore. Why do these people care so much? But then again, this is the entire pronoun thing, by the way. If you really think about it, you use these pronouns when you're talking about these people when they're not even there. They care so much about how people refer to them when they're not even in the conversation that they choose to police that language even. These people are insane. They'll shave my long hair, put me in a suit, and use my birth name and call me he all the way through the funeral. The thought of my family doing it makes me feel so sick, but I know they will. And you'll be dead, so why the fuck do you care? Don't you have more important things to worry about? Like how you're gonna avoid becoming dead? You think that maybe should be a little bit higher on your priority list? Lucy, who works in a call center, says her health issues are the only reason she hasn't moved out of her parents' house. I'm surprised her parents hadn't thrown her out. When I came out as trans, I told my parents I would stop living as a boy. They basically said, nah, you'll grow out of it. It's just a phase. By the time you hit 30, when you face the real world, when you leave your sheltered public indoctrination system bubble, you're gonna regret some choices. They literally tried to beat the trans out of me. My dad told me I needed to find a girlfriend and sort myself out. Motherfucker, you just need to get laid. That's your problem. Yeah. She says she can't recall her family ever calling her Lucy, but they frequently use her male birth name by mistake. Yeah. They have never accepted me being trans. Why would they when I die? With the way you're acting, I wouldn't be surprised if they just didn't bother holding a funeral. I don't know. Lucy does not have a gender recognition certificate. A gender recognition certificate? Is this a thing in the UK? An official document which formally acknowledges someone's gender identity. Jesus Christ. This is the first world right here where people have so few real problems that taxpayer money is spent on gender recognition certificates. Holy shit. I need to get one of these gender recognition certificates that officially acknowledges me as an attack helicopter. Christina Hebb, helpline manager at Mermaids, says not having a gender recognition certificate leaves trans people vulnerable. However, many find the process too difficult to go through. Okay, so what exactly? Maybe they're going to mention this in the article, or maybe you guys could tell me. This looks like it's a UK thing. What exactly does one have to go through to get a gender recognition certificate? Because the way I imagine it, you only have to go up and ask for one. Because if they refuse to give you one, you just call them an ismphobe and ruin their life. So they'll give you one. Something tells me this ain't going to be a fucking problem. When living, a trans person could go by any name or gender, but after dying, if they have no legal documents, their family can take over. If their family aren't supportive of their identity, that can lead to problems. Problems for who? You're dead. What the fuck does it matter? I couldn't care less what the fuck happens to my body after I die or how it gets labeled. A former pastor and Christian family support worker, Christina, says, I actually refuse to do a funeral in the church because of this. It is an awful thing to see, but the law is very clear. Lucy Boyer from Alphabet Soup Homelessness charity, AKT, says they're experiencing a spike in service use. We've seen more young people who are street homeless than we would normally in this period. The longer our young people are locked down, the more difficult their situations become. Many say they're going back into the closet. Oh my God. Okay, I'm going to, spoiler alert, most of you, we've known since before you came out of the closet that you're gay, all right? You were never fooling anybody. I told this story before, how I had a friend who I've had for a while, and a few years later, like, he gathers everyone together for a big announcement. And guys, I'm gay. Yeah, so what's the big announcement, dude? You gathered us for a big announcement. What is it? I'm gay. Like, dude, we've known you were gay since before you knew you were gay. What's the big announcement? Yeah, this is really fucking sad. Dude, you want to talk about being selfish and entitled? Look at these people making demands of how people treat their bodies and how people refer to them after they're already gone. How fucking pathetic is this? The Outside Project says their shelter had to operate around the clock because other homelessness services have closed. Councils across the UK do not treat Alphabet Soup family rejection as domestic abuse, and that stops vulnerable people from getting emergency housing. Matt, 24, could be classed as one of those people. Until last week, Matt was living in the West Midlands alongside parents with a history of mental and physical abuse. After one incident, Matt left with a concussion. My dad was drunk one day and he said to me, I won't ever accept you being gay and you will never bring someone home. When I asked why, he told me because it's not normal. During lockdown, Matt's family made fake social media accounts to learn more about Matt's sexuality and identity. Matt was called a disgrace and asked to leave the home. And this is why you don't use social media. Do you really want to be on social media under your real name in the same platform where your mom and your grandma are? Really? They called the police to remove me. I told them I'd rather be locked in a cell than with my parents. Hey, maybe you'll get your wish. Since being kicked out, Matt has been sofa surfing with friends and struggled to get support from Alphabet Soup charities during the pandemic. Yeah, it seemed like all of these homeless resources haven't actually been able to help me at all. Well, because, hate to break it to you, but you're still a guy. Almost all those services are going to go towards helping whammons, and I'm assuming you're a white guy, so you're double fucked. It doesn't matter if you're gay. If you're a white and you're male, you're not getting any help. You know, I've used up my savings, but luckily I've had people who can have me for a few days reach out from all over. If I didn't have my friends, I would be on the street. Now, this right here is proof of what I've been saying before, actually, where your friends, you can choose. Your family, you're stuck with. So friends who are as close as family, I actually think are closer to me than my family is because yeah, you know, we chose to stick by each other. We weren't just stuck with each other. Sunday, the 17th of May is International Day Against... Are you fucking shitting me? International Day Against Homophobia. Wow, there's a day for everything, isn't there? I mean, there's an entire hentai month, effectively. I mean, it is Lewd Anime Avatar Month. I did kind of update mine for that. So, it gets more. Oh my God, there's more. International Day Against Homophobia, Transphobia, and Biphobia. which aims to raise awareness of alphabet soup rights violations. Yeah, these alphabet soup people do tend to violate other people's rights all the fucking time as they're pushing their superiority agenda. And I'm not even going to try to pronounce that name. Executive Director of Kaleidoscope Trust says across the world, we're hearing from alphabet soup people who are being criminalized and penalized for being themselves at a time where small organizations supporting them are struggling to continue. Well, this is just the truth of the world right here, guys. If you can't defend your rights, you don't have rights. You're at the whim of whoever has the power over you. We need an international approach. Governments need to ensure the beer virus response and recovery efforts are inclusive of alphabet soup people and their needs. And of course, the solution to this is bigger and more government. Yep. Isn't this always the solution to every problem? These problems are created entirely by having a government that keeps people way too safe in the first world. So the solution is more of that. I can fucking guarantee you if these people were living in Africa in the middle of fucking nowhere without electricity, they wouldn't be having these problems. And fucking tell you right now, this is all first world problems right here. Oh man, I am so excited to tell you guys right now that finally, after about a year of build-up and shilling, we have launched Blade Devil on Indiegogo, and so far it is doing so well thanks to awesome people like you. If you haven't backed it yet, then please check the links in the description and check out Blade Devil on Indiegogo. You will not be disappointed. Looking forward to seeing you there.